why the world's eyes are turning toward Jerusalem? Why our eyes should turn to Jerusalem as God's people? Because of the very simple fact. Turn with me, because of a very simple fact. Turn with me, please, to Isaiah. Isaiah 49. Listen, O coastlands, to me, and take heed, you peoples, from afar. The Lord has called me from the womb. Now, if you will notice, in New King James, maybe version, or another versions maybe that you read, you will see that the word me is with capital M. Right? And the word Lord is with capital L. Okay? This is because of, lack of other ways to differentiate between when God speaks and when man speaks in English and other translations, okay? But in the Hebrew, there is no such a thing. In Hebrew, there is no big L or big G compared to small g. When it's other gods, it's G, little g. When it's the God of Israel, big G. There is nothing of this in Hebrew. The word for God is Elohim. And if it's idols or other gods, then Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, the God of Israel, it's the same word, Elohim. Elohim Acherim, other gods. So it's not little or big G. You understand what I mean? So here it's very easy to differentiate who speaks, but in Hebrew not. Just imagine that, listen, O coastlands, to me, you wouldn't have the word me capitalized. What would you think? It's just a normal human being, right?
Isaiah.
Exactly right. Not even Isaiah. Let's see. But a man, right? Shim'u Elai Amim. Elai, it's to me, but Elai could be Elai to God, Elai to this woman, or everywhere. I mean everyone. And take heed, you peoples, from afar. The Lord is, now by the way, the Lord here is Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, it's the private name of God, okay? It's called again, me, it's not with big M in Hebrew, it's Li. It could be Rami, it could be you, it could be anybody, Isaiah, okay? From the womb, come on, didn't God call all of us from the womb? Yes or no? I mean, the psalmist say, He designed us, He fashioned us in the womb, in our mother's womb, right? You believe God knew you in your mother's womb? I believe it. That's why my mother did not abhor me. Really, my parents wanted to, I was the 10th, and they wanted to, but God had other plans. From the matrix of again, my is with big M, but again, erase it from your, mind. My mother, he has made me mention of my name. Again, my should not be in capitalization. Clear? Okay, my beloved, who would you think that, who is the one who is speaking here? If you would read it in Hebrew, you would just need to continue reading the next verse and you will know exactly who is speaking to you. So let's read it. And he has made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand he has hidden me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver he has hidden me. And look at me. Look at verse 3. This is the identification. You must agree with me because this is the Bible. It's not Rami. And he said to me, verse 3, you are my servant, O Israel. So, I want to tell you something. All of those capitalizations are not in place. Wrong translation. But not so wrong. Because any translation that you hold in your hand is also interpretation. You get it? There is no pure objective word-to-word translation. Forget about it. Not even when it says, thus saith the Lord. The King James version. Yeah? Nothing, Larry, is exactly like in the Hebrew. Every translation is interpretation. What do I mean? You know why they put the me, even though it's Israel, the nation of Israel? You agree with me? It's the nation of Israel? It says clearly. And he said to me, you are my servant of Israel, in whom I will be glorified. So how come, were they stupid? The people who put the M in capitalization here, like it's God, they were not, because they read the continuation. They continued to read, please don't miss me, they continued to read, but they noticed a mystery here. Let's continue. So you agree with me, it's Israel, right? All that we say, all that the prophet, or God spoke to the prophet, till verse 3, including 3, speaks to the nation of Israel. Right or not? Well. Look at the next surprise. Then I say, I have labored in vain. Now, this is in the context Israel, right? Israel is answering God and saying, oh, but I have labored in vain. No, I've labored in vain. I have spent my strength for nothing and in vain. Yet surely my just reward is with the Lord, and my work with my God. And now the Lord says, again, it's Yodei Vave, yeah? Who formed me from the womb to be his servant. My beloved, repetition of what is said in verse 1, right? So it's Israel, right? Look at the mystery in the next verse. To bring Jacob back to him. Excuse me, Jacob is Israel. How can Israel bring Jacob? So that Israel is gathered to him? Do you see the mystery, the question that I am raising here? In Hebrew, my friends, it's amazing. It's amazing revelation to the one who reads it in Hebrew, in the original, because there is a play between Israel and her Messiah, whose name in this passage is Israel. One of the names of Messiah in the Bible is Israel. And this is the revelation I want to share with you, if I'm allowed. I hope you're not sleeping yet. No, please. Till now it was the introduction. Beloved, this is how beautiful the Word of God works. And please, go to your Baptist church. Don't feel guilty now if you don't do it next Sunday. But pray that God will give you the opportunities. Maybe at your home, maybe at your work, But try to share it. So, because from lack of knowledge, my people are going to perish if they will not understand it. And the church for too long, brothers and sisters, separated between two entities. The nation of Israel and the church. Are you with me? Did you hear it? Oh, the evangelical church, the lovers of Israel, in truth, they send millions of dollars to Israel, sometimes not to the right ends, but they send millions, Pastor Hagee and this and that, name them. My friends, they really love Israel, but they always tell you, Israel is God's beloved nation, and so the church. Wrong! God was never into bigamy. God never tell you something that he himself does not do. If he tells me to have only one wife and you one husband, how come God is into bigamy? Or he has two wives, the church and Israel. Wrong, rubbish, unbiblical. The church must hear this word today, which is probably not only from my mouth. Beloved, there is no separation between the church and Israel. The church was grafted into an existing nation called Israel, but not to the non-believing nation. The olive tree, are you ready? Remember I told you that some of the Messianic movement are lacking knowledge? Here is one point. The olive tree is not the nation of Israel in Romans 11. The olive tree is Israel of God. Within the nation of Israel, since their creation, since Jacob. In Jacob, when his name was turned into Israel, changed, remember? Did you notice that sometimes God calls him still Jacob? It's a splendor, what do you call it? It's a negative word, yeah? Yaakov. The one who took the heel.
Supplanter.
Supplanter, yeah? But God still calls him Jacob. Because in Jacob in Israel, two are living. Like a schizophrenic. Israel of God, those who are faithful to their God, and the majority from before the foundation of the world, you can say, yeah? The majority of Israel, read your Bible, never walked with God, yes or no? Now you will tell me, Rami, there are exceptions. Mount Sinai. Really? When Moses is in the mountain, there are hula-hulaing around the golden calf. And only Levites, remember? Who is for God? Come to me. Levites come. Are you with me? In Elijah's time, and in Romans 11, Paul, Rabbi Shaul, speaks about it. In Elijah's time, Elijah thought, I'm alone. Oh, self-pity party, you know. I'm full. After he slaughtered 850 prophets, false prophets. You remember Mount Carmel? Go with me to, I'm not now, but 1 Kings 18, 19, yeah? They don't know. Beloved, I'm left, yeah? And God says, get up. You know? Stop at a pity party, yeah? Self-pity party. There I have preserved 7,000 who did not bow their knee to the Baal. Yes or no? Beloved, it was always remnant. Paul uses it in Romans if you don't believe me. Read it. Romans 9, 10, 11, especially 11. He says, like it was then, so it is today. There is a remnant by grace, by election. To this remnant, to this Israel of God, Israelites, real Israelites, I mean farmers, high-tech, whatever, yeah? People, real living, not winged people. How do I know it? Because Elijah was not aware of the 7,000. Why? Because they were normal people who in their private life and also public life did not bow down to the Baal. Are you with me? They were Israel of God. They were Israel blood lineage, Israelites, Jews, Israelites, yeah? And also spiritual, they were after God. But all the rest of Israel in Yeshua's time were Jacob's, if you know what I mean. They did not follow God. Come on, is it a surprise when I will tell you that most of the Jewish people that rejected the Messiah? You know it. It was a remnant. Okay, beloved? Why do I say it? Because it is to this remnant. The remnant is the olive tree. The others were cut off, remember? And God is able to bring them back to the olive tree. But they are not the olive tree. Are you with me? This is a mistake almost every Messianic Jew does. Oh, Israel is the olive tree. Yes and no. Which Israel? Israel of God. Are you ready for the surprise? The church needs to know it. You have been grafted into this Israel of God. And together, you are Israel. Not replacing Israel, but rather joining it. Are you ready? Why all the eyes? Remember the topic? Turning our faces to Jerusalem, for Jerusalem. Why the eyes of the world and our eyes should be turning to Jerusalem? Because of the inseparable connection between Israel and her own Messiah. I showed you now that one of the names of the Messiah is what? Israel. He is almost identical with his nation. Are you ready now? You remember Yeshua said that everything should be, welcome. Everything will be established by 2 or 3 witnesses, right? Let me paraphrase it. Every truth also should be, in my opinion, established. You know, if you want to tell me something in the Bible, give me at least 2 or 3 verses to back it up. Are you with me? Don't take one verse and blow it into a big balloon. Let me give you, beside Israel, Israel the nation, and also Israel the Messiah. Beside this, I want to give you another 4 witnesses. Will it be enough? Long before Messiah was incarnated in flesh, yeah? Who is called God's firstborn in the scriptures? The nation of Israel. God sent in Exodus Moses to Pharaoh and says, let my people, let my firstborn son out. Who is called out of Egypt? Israel. Who is called to be the light to the nations? Israel. Who is called to be a servant of God, Eved Adonai? Israel, right? All the four, Yeshua takes upon himself.